Talk Radio, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the IRN USA Radio News Network, exploring exciting new programming for your station. Seeking out new shows with honest dialogue, hard-hitting topics, controversial subjects, to boldly go where no network has gone before. Making every broadcast day enticing to everyone within range of your signal. With today's Second Amendment rights of gun owners weighing heavily on the minds of both sides of the issue, Larry Pratt, Executive Director of Gun Owners of America, brings a fast-paced discussion to light as he hosts Gun Owners News Hour.
We used to have, even in the District of Columbia, the mecca for anti-gun crusades. Now, there are still school buildings standing that had firing ranges in the basement.
Saturday, noon to 1 Eastern. Your listeners really need access to John Leffler's Steel on Steel, the early warning intelligence service that spans the interaction between politics, religion, and economics. This broadcast veteran digs deeply into the forces behind issues from Washington politicians all the way to Main Street, USA.
Well, welcome to Steel on Steel. We're a weekly program dedicated to the sharpening of ideas, news, commentary, interview, information, and debate, much of which you will not hear elsewhere.
Saturdays from 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern. Sound legal counsel and biblical advice. A great combination. And Janet Carter is perfectly poised and qualified to do just that. She's a practicing attorney and has a master's in counseling psychology. And she's willing to share her expertise with all who ask.
I have to highlight a couple of things here, only because I've got something to say about everything. Well, that's my job, isn't it?
Weekdays from 5 to 7 Eastern. With education getting thrown into the mix today, Bob and Jerry Boyd give your listeners simple but serious answers to educational issues. Since children are our future, Bob and Jerry share information that will help determine the future of America.
What is evil and how does it work?
We have, as a nation, raised several generations who don't know right from wrong, good from evil, a people without a conscience.
Saturdays and Sundays, 4:30 to 5 a.m. Eastern. The Information Radio Network will see to it that your listeners get their share of programs that they can apply to their daily lives. Others like Eagle Forum.
Well, I'll tell you, every time I hear the word reform, I'm suspicious. I think it means more government control, more government spending, and not necessarily solving any problems.
Radio Free Washington.
Well, Radio Free Washington has been fortunate to have the leading figures in the educational debate come by and discuss solutions with folks like Michelle Rhee, Secretary of Education Arnie Duncan, Fox News journalist Juan Williams, and former Florida Governor Jeb Bush.
Add even more listenership interests. This final frontier of talk radio is proudly presented by the Information Radio Network, and maybe it's still available in your coverage area. So when you're ready to usher in this great round of radio at your station or stations, call 800-829-8111, extension 1125, or log on to inforadionet.com and get your listeners ready for radio that goes where no network has gone before. Into the final frontier of talk radio.